YBN want a thing up.
Easily see how. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll drop this underneath to Moss. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 7 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
They'll stick with the passing game. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Mack Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady. Brady now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He dumps it off for Henry. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Brady's throw there complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now Brady again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jennings now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw, it's Brady. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessful.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. He'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught once again by Gallup. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're built.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, and the Jets are going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On first down, Brady. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Working with his 2nd and 4. Brady now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to be set up.